Anti-meta with jungle Blitzcrank. And yes, sadly this was done in Diamond Ranked. So the big question is E or Q first? Well, I wanted to start Q with Blitz and just pull the buff over the wall, whichever one Nunu happened to be doing, and steal it with Smite, but he had way too many wards out, so I just went ahead and started my red buff as usual. Grabbed E to start off with, make sure you proc the extra hit, and with the Janna shield I did it without any problems. After that I went straight to blue just because it's a Nunu and I didn't want him to steal it. And I'm playing a relatively weak jungler, I assume. I don't really know. Didn't know until the start of this clip anyway. So I got W second for that. Then I'm going to make sure to get Q, so I'll have all three abilities. And I'm just going to come get this gank for free, you know? I didn't have to be Blitzcrank to get this gank off. That was pretty free, but still, it doesn't hurt. And then we come on here top, and by the way, at this point I'm going to be maxing W second, and, sorry, take that back. I'm going to be maxing W as my first ability, so my order in this case was EWQ, max W. The reason I'm going to do this is because he's got pretty good attack speed, steroid, and movement speed, and that's kind of what you want on a jungler anyway. So I see this Tristana's a bit low. I'm going to come over here. My plan was to sit in this tri-bush and just kind of pull her out, but she kind of just handed it to me, so I was like, alright, and what you guys going to do? Nothing. I'm fast. I don't care if you got snowballs, I'm so fast. And that's kind of my favorite thing about Blitzcrank, is the W speed is hilarious. And this would have been super cool, and I would have been all proud of myself, but she happened to ult anyway because of Annie. Thanks, Annie. Way to ruin my moment. Here, they're trying to slow me. They're like, oh, we got this Blitzcrank, what's he gonna do? But look at that damage. Just thanks to the lightning bolt and red buff, and the fact that I was already 3-1, it's pretty ridiculous, honestly. It's a lot more damage than you expect. I don't think, I forget where I highlight it. I'm not sure if I did already or not. Okay, there it is, yeah. So I went the double jungle item route just because Blitzcrank's clear isn't that fantastic. His main damage source is his E and W, and it's not really AoE. So it did help quite a bit, and I favored the, Wriggles, just because I'm going pretty much attack speed with him. And you know, normally I would be building probably full tank on him, cooldown reduction, just the standard stuff that you would build on him, but I got really fed, so I was like, well, why not? I'll just go for Blade of the Ruin King and Wriggles. So that's what I did. And I do have the Moby Boots, and I think I've already used it, my Cutlass. It's just like they can't get away. Like, they're gonna try and run, and then I'm gonna grab them, and they're gonna flash away anyway, so it's not gonna matter, but it's just, I don't understand why people don't do this. You know, I'm so sick of seeing Lee Sin and Kha'Zix's jungle in Jarvan like every single game. Where is the Blitzcrank? You can't tell me this isn't working, because it is. And you know, it's like, even if for whatever reason your ganks don't go that great, you know, even if you do build Blade of the Ruin King and your ganks just don't do that well, it doesn't matter because you're still Blitzcrank. You still got the late game potential of Blitzcrank. Doesn't matter if you go 0 and 20, you're always going to be able to hook people. So yes, like I said, this was a diamond ranked game. I did not try in a normal game before I jumped into this. I don't recommend that you do that because for all I knew, this could have gone terribly, but it didn't. It went pretty good, so I think it's viable. I might give it some more testing and see what happens, but I'd like to see some people playing it. I'm hoping that tomorrow, when I get into game, I get put up against the jungle Blitzcrank. Don't let me down.